Bro's nervous for a 50 view podcast.
Hurry up, Professor.
Welcome, everybody, to the Take Up Podcast. I am your host, Professor. Joining me are my three co-hosts.
Make me laugh it.
Shut the fuck up. Record your lines and shut the fuck up.
Alright, that's it. Enough! Get out of here. Just me today. How's it going, everybody? Today, I'm going to do a tier list of the Mario Galaxy NPCs. Now, the reason we're doing this, there's a load of NPCs in these two games, and they all have really interesting designs. And I thought it'd be interesting if I went through them and ranked them all on design and personality. Number one, we have Male Toad. Now, Male Toad, I mean, this could be for all the Toad NPCs in general, but they're fine. They're a basic inclusion. I like the idea of a Male Toad that gets your fucking mail from Peach and gives it to you. He's a B tier. You know, nothing too crazy. Next up, we have the chimp from Super Mario Galaxy 2. Now, this guy was kind of a rival in that game. He's kind of a cunt. He'd make you do these fucking absurd challenges for a star. He was also a bit of a cunt to the Toads. I don't really like him. He's kind of a dickhead, so I'm gonna put him in the C tier. Yeah, I really hate him. He's just this fucking guy that thinks he's the shit. And he's a fucking monkey. What the fuck? Next up, we have the Garbage Man, who I think we can all agree belongs in his own tier. I hate this guy. The way you throw the bombs is so clunky, and the Fire Flower mission is so annoying. It's just fucked. But yeah, he's just kind of a piece of shit. And also, in Dreadnought, there's a purple coin mission. And if you don't get all 100 purple coins, the ransom money, if you will, this guy will kill you. Next we have the old man. I don't really know why this guy's even in the fucking game. He has like only a couple of appearances in Hytale Falls, Drip Drop Galaxy. He's just kind of an old penguin. Yeah, bit of a worthless addition there. Next we have the bees. I really like the bees, the honey bees, the bee guard. Yeah, he's like fucking S tier. He's pretty cool. I like him a lot. And we also have Lizzo Bee, who's also a playable character in Mario Kart 7. I mean, she's just a fucking fat bee. She belongs in C tier, to be honest. Speaking of fat animals, we have Guppy. I think he's a shark. Is he a whale? He's kind of a mixture of both. He's got the tail of a whale and the dorsal fin of a shark. Yeah, I don't really know. He's a bit of a weird character. He's kind of like... The penguins describe him out to be this fucking dickhead. I don't know what he does. Maybe he eats them. I mean, if so, I mean, we'd raise him by another tier, but... Yeah, I don't really know. This guy just kind of exists, and he's never came back since. He's in Mario Galaxy 1, and that's it. He's in 2 missions, and he's in the end credits. That is it. That is all this guy has. But he's not an enemy. He doesn't kill you, from what I remember. Actually, he might do. If he kills you, it's on the screen right now. He's just kind of a weird creature. Next we have the Lumas. The Lumas are A tier. They're pretty cute. This one here, I think this Luma's called Alex. I'm not too sure. And speaking of Lumas, we have Lubba. I kind of like Lubba, despite him being just a fat Luma. You know, he's like a Luma that's eaten too much, right? They don't really give much backstory on him. He's just a fucking fat Luma with some underwear on. And he's got like a little glowy thing on his head. But I like Lubba. I'm surprised he never appeared in any spin-off games. That's one thing I thought they were going to do with him. He would have been better than Honey Queen in Mario Kart 7. He could be in the baseball games, the golf games, even the tennis games. Yeah, they don't do anything with this guy. He appears in one game and never again. Bit of a weird thing. Next up, we have the bread people. The Whittles. They're just people made from bread. They got leaves on them. Maybe they're not bread. Maybe they're wood. I have in my notes here the bread people. The little breadstick men. Fuck, they might actually be wood. Let me Google this. Yeah, I didn't do any research for this video. I'm just kind of recording. Yeah, so the Whittles, I guess they're called Whittles because they've been whittled into people with their planks of wood. They're a really primitive species, almost like a colony in the Mario universe. They speak very basic. They look very basic. They all have different designs. I'll show some of those. They all have unique designs, but you know, the main one looks like a loaf of bread. All these images are fucking low res as fuck, man. What the hell? But yeah, they're kind of cute though. They're adorable. No, I wish we got merchandise of them. Or if they would cameo, like imagine in Daisy Circuit, you know, there was a couple of Whittles. I mean, we got Sledge Bros in the background of that track, so why not some Whittles? Yeah, I think they should come back. I'd be really upset if they didn't. Speaking of things that always come back, we have Porcupuffer. Yes, Porcupuffer is a Mario Galaxy. He's not an NPC. I don't know what he's doing on the list here. I'll just put him in S tier because fuck it. Next up, we have Jibberjay. I mean, that is just the fucking... That is bottom. Like, if he could... he can't go that low because Guillermo's taken a whole tier to himself. But Jibberjay, I mean, he's just irritating. And you know what? While we're talking about Jibberjay, let's talk about Fluzzard. Their designs aren't particularly interesting. He's the modern-day fidget spinner user. We'll say that. Like, he's just riddled with disabilities. And Fluzzard is no different. Piant is also on this list. They do appear on Sunshine Beach or Starshine, one of the beaches. It's a B tier. He's cool. I'm glad they appear in Mario Galaxy. You know, they've been... Well, they're not even really spin-off characters. They're background spin-off characters. You know, they appear in crowds. And that's it. They don't really get much... They don't get much to do they? Next up, we have Rosalina. Now, technically, she is an NPC of this game. I know all the little degenerates would love her to be an S tier, but I mean, you've got to think about it. Is she on par with the Whittle? Is she on par with the Guppy? Is she on par with Honeybee? No. She's not even on par with fucking Lubber, so she's probably going to be in B tier. She's better than the Chimp, I'll say that much. But I actually quite like Rosalina in Galaxy 1, like, as far all memes aside. She's interesting. I like the story. It's very emotional. It's a good story. Yeah, but, you know, as far as design, she's a bit oversaturated. Like, does she need to be in Super Smash Brothers? Does she? I mean, you just got the fucking DeBuzz over here. He just fucking, you know, he hangs posters of her on his fucking wall. He masturbates to him. He dreams about sleeping with her. Fuck that guy. Next up, we have the Coach. That is this guy's name. I just called him the swimming instructor, but he's called Coach. He's probably also in B tier. He's a bit weird. Like, I can't tell if it's a man or a girl, you know, it's 2024. He's something, alright. He's a fucking freak of nature. You know, he encourages you to steal. Kind of sounds like Pingu, you know? He's got a weird design as well. I mean, he looks like a swimming instructor. He looks like a pedophile. He kind of looks like he's out of it. Doesn't look all there, does he? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Coach should go in B tier. I mean A tier. I think he belongs in A tier. He's kind of fucking weird, and I kind of like that about him. He's just an NPC. Like, you got to think, right? He kind of leads this cult of penguins. Maybe he's like related to the. Why is he so big? Why the fuck is he so big as well? Like, why are all the penguins that tiny, and this motherfucker, he's fucking giant. I'd love to see this guy in Mario Kart. That'd be a great idea. Speaking of penguins, I mean, this guy's in C tier. I mean, they're just fucked. Next up, we have the Spooky Speedster. He's S tier. He's definitely one of the coolest fucking things in Mario, hands down. Probably my favorite Boo variant. He's a Boo with, like, a helmet. That's pretty cool. He's got a visor. He murders you when you lose the race, but that makes sense because he is a Boo. Like, if you're expecting to survive when you lose to him, you're a dumbass. Another S tier here is obviously the Bob-omb Buddy. He's really cool. I love the redesign. I love the silver key as well. I love just small details like that. It really makes him stand out. I thought he was supposed to be pink, but he's red in this. Obviously, they've been referred to as the pink Bob-ombs, but they've changed the color to red. I don't know why. It doesn't really bother me, but it's just a weird change. He's cool, simplistic design, very nostalgic. I like the fact that these guys exist because it adds layers to the Mario universe. Like, there's Bob-ombs that are evil and they work for Bowser and King Bob-omb, and then there's these red ones which are neutral. Star Bunny, C tier. I mean, I don't really care about the Star Bunny. It's just kind of a fucking rabbit. Next up, we have Luma C, Luma Trigger. Alex is a stupid... Yeah, the baby Lumas, they're pretty cute. Very weird concept, to be totally honest. He appeared, well, the blue variant of him did appear in the film for marketing and to have that little quirky suicidal character because apparently that's like the funniest thing ever. Next up, the final character is just another fucking Guillermo, but this one doesn't collect trash, but because he's a Guillermo, not to be racist, but he belongs in the fucking Guillermo tier. And with that in mind, I think that's every NPC. I don't think I've forgotten any. I'm pretty sure this is all of them. This is a pretty good list in my opinion. Obviously, I think it's fucking good. I made it. But I'd like to hear if you guys think I made any bad decisions here. And if you do think I made a bad decision, I probably won't give a fuck. Hope you guys all enjoyed and take care.